What's going on, peoples? What's going on? Hey, listen, first of all, I want to give honor and praise and salvation for today. Um, I'm thankful for my blessings. I'm thankful to be here. You know, um, it's a beautiful Sunday. I don't know where you're at, but here in Atlanta, the sun is shining. It's actually pretty warm today. And, I want to give kudos to that. Second, I want to sit back and make a statement. Listen, it's Super Bowl Sunday. For all the teams that have fought to this position, and then the final two that have made it, congratulations to those two: Seattle Seahawks and New England Patriots. My money is on Seattle. I think they're going to do it. I don't have no skin in the game because hey, listen, it's ATL down always. Always, always, always. That's what it's about. Grady baby all the way around. The third thing that I want to give a shout out, not just a shout out, but I want to have a conversation about. And the conversation is relationships. Me being in a position where this is the first time that I've ever been really single, not having anyone or anything like that. It's been an enlightening situation because what you're looking at in that is that it gives you time and space to be able to sit back and identify the issues that you have, the concerns that you have, the choices that you made, and nothing against anybody that I've ever dated. I hold accountability to the things that I brought to the relationship, and I understand that, but we have to also make sure that those cycles are not repeated. So, as we go through life and we go through situations, you got to first of all be honest and say, you know what, I kind of messed up on that one. That's on me. That's on me. And you try to make the corrections because nobody's perfect. No one is perfect. No one comes out the womb, with a glow on them. And that's just how life is. You live and you learn. But the one thing that I've truly come to understand the phrase of, and that is that like who likes you and love who loves you. And if someone is showing interest in you and you vibing with them, give them that time. Just because it's somebody that you desire, you want, they may don't feel the same way about you. So understand that concept. You know what I'm saying? Make good choices when it comes down to choosing people that you want to be with for the rest of your life. There are things that nobody, because like I said, nobody's perfect. No one is perfect. So we're all going to come with flaws. Can I deal with your flaws? And can you deal with mine? Know my character. Know the type of person that I am as far as character-wise. What do I stand on? I know that this man stands on this. I know that this man stands on that. What is he trying to do? Is he trying to build? Is he trying to build? What is he trying to build? Is he trying to build something for himself, or is he trying to build something for his family? Those are attributes. The guy that's already developed, how is his character? Is he nasty? Is he demanding? Is he negative? All of these things. And so when you choose someone and you say, okay, well, hey, he fits all of the profile, what you got to understand that is that can you handle the flip side of that? Can you handle the lonely nights? Can you handle the speculations? Can you handle any of those type of things? Because that comes with a lot of different scenarios. Guys that come in and they got X's amount of wealth, they're not going to necessarily be into one situation because it's just, why would they? And I'm not trying to say that from being in any type, from, female woman's haters club, anything like that. It's just what it is reality. The reality of it is that, man that gets to a certain plateau, a certain level, they have a hell of a lot more options. have a hell of a lot more options. So it goes that way. And it's a lot of pretentious attitudes. It's a lot of pretentious situations out here. You know, people don't want to heal. People don't want to be in a situation whereas they can identify and they know the insides and outs of what a person will and what they won't do. You know, build yourself up on something. You know, if you're building up a relationship on cardboard boxes, eventually the pressure is going to make them cardboard boxes collapse. You know, if you build your relationship on straw, it's going to collapse. You got to build your relationship on stuff that is going to stand the test of time, which is concrete and steel. Make your relationship be about steel or concrete. You know, you can always renovate on those two platforms, but the structure is solid. Understand that aspect of it, what I just said. The structure of your relationship is solid. If you build your relationship upon characteristics, you will know, you can determine, okay, this person is going to do this. This person is going to be solid with this. They stand on this. This is how they go. But you know what they are. They go from there. You know what I'm saying? So this has been an enlightening situation for me. I can only say that, you know, straight up. But this has definitely been enlightening for me because, like I said, first time been in a situation, like I said, where it's just me, and coming into that position is eye-opening because now I'm looking at situations from a true lens. I'm looking at situations from the start. I'm looking at situations from the beginning. And that's an eye-opener when you have to identify the characteristics of whether or not somebody that you can deal with, somebody that you can't. If I can't deal with certain situations, baby, it doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It just means that we're not a good fit. And that's just how it is. And I hate to say it that way, but that's just how it is. I mean, everybody has their own thing. And go from there. So, you know, but that's enough on that. Last part that I want to do is I want to do some inspirational stuff. I mean, look, come on, let's be inspirational. Let's make sure that whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, research, energy, time, understanding, disappointment, no, it's a part of that. It's a part of that. But if you believe in whatever it is that you're doing, you'll be able to answer all the questions of each one of those statements that was made. Anytime somebody comes at you and they say, well, what about this? Well, what about that? If you've done your research, you'll be able to answer those questions. Well, what about this? You know, money-wise, how it is? What's the turnaround time on this? What's the turnaround time on this? You'll be able to have the answer to those questions. You know what I'm saying? So understand that concept. Understand that concept. And go from there. I'm getting ready to indulge my cafe. Man, best coffee in town. Best coffee in town. And anyone that has ever had Havana Cigars coffee, they're gonna say the same thing. Superb. Great. And I'm not even a really big coffee guy, and I enjoy this coffee. But listen, you guys be safe out there. Enjoy the Super Bowl. It's going to be a lot of chicken wings and Budweiser Light sold today, Coronas, Heinekens. There's going to be a lot of that sold today. Don't drink and drive. Make sure you take care of yourself. Lyft is out here, Uber's out here, Waymo is out here. If you want to drive in a driverless car, so you got that options out there. Don't go out here and mess yourself up, with your work and with your family and with your home, and have the possibility of getting locked up or some stuff like that. Choose wisely. You know what I'm saying? But enjoy yourself tonight. Enjoy your smoke. Aristocrats, man. One, smoke well, my friends, and enjoy.